Hey everyone, True here, and today we are going to take a look at the new and upcoming SSR Kaguya. This Earth unit looks a lot like a stealthy sleeping beauty, but with a higher speed of 458, she is sure to get a turn quite soon, which will be quite helpful considering her skill set. Speaking of that, let's jump right into it and into her first skill, which already packs quite a punch. We have Moonlight, brings 1 spirit and costs only 70 time units, and it deals 75% damage to 2 enemies. And here's the big kicker: she deals 500% damage to targets that are sleeping with this skill. Allies gain an additional spirit for each sleeping target hit, so that means this skill could actually produce up to 3 spirit, while dealing 1000% damage potentially. And because it's an attack 2 skill, this means sleeping targets behind guards are also not safe from her. So in my eyes, this is already an insane start, but it gets not necessarily crazier, but also quite ridiculous in the next active skills. The first one being Gravity Cannon. This skill costs 1 spirit and 100 time units, but deals 600% damage if that enemy that is attacked does not have the burn status effect. Also, it can only be used if she has the stealth status effect. So this is a stealth strike skill. Accordingly, it ignores any enemy status effects, damage reduction effects, revenge passive skills, and skin passive skills. That means against any non-burning enemy, this skill is already quite insane. And how does she get the stealth status effect? That is with the third skill, which is another instant skill that produces 1 spirit and gives her the stealth status effect with a stealth shield. That means the first other status effect that Kayuga would get is prevented from applying, and she keeps the stealth status. First, the stealth shield will be gone if she is attacked directly and loses the stealth status effect. This skill, the Lunar Whale, will also give her the Endure status effect, which is a one-time hold ground. And the fourth skill, while it's not necessarily the most ridiculous thing about her skill set, I think is really ridiculous. I just have to say it. I mean, considering what it does, I just think 1 spirit cost and 70 time unit cost is just crazy. It just really shows how far we have come since a few years ago, when these kind of skills were unthinkable. We have a Survivor's Barrage skill, and that deals 600% damage to 1 enemy, heals the user for 100% of max HP, ignores damage reduction effects, and of course it is locked for 300 time units after she has entered the battle. Of course it is a survivor skill, but yeah, 600% base damage already, and just 1 spirit costs, 70 time unit costs, and then also a full heal and ignoring of damage reduction effects. Quite a crazy combo. Besides these active skills, we also have a huge passive skill side of Kaguya that revolves around Cursed Sleep. Her first passive is the Lunar Knockout. She's a permanent nightmare unit. That means any of her attacks do not wake up sleeping enemies. If you remember the Savage Knockout of Ludmilla and Clarice, we see that here in a passive way, which means whenever an enemy survives an attack from her with 25% or less of max HP, they will be granted the Cursed Sleep status effect for 200 time units unless this unit is burning. Here you can already see the kind of similarities to Sleeping Beauty, who is also completely overpowered unless facing burn. But we are by far not done yet with the Lunar Knockout. She also grants a random non-sleeping enemy this Cursed Sleep status effect whenever she defeats an enemy with an attack. As a quick reminder what the Cursed Sleep is, there's a paragraph here as well. It overrides any status effect that is not burn, it cannot be overwritten by poison, it can be applied repeatedly, and it will not end from damage caused by Dream Hunter type active skills. Of course, these are usually only the case with older units anyways. So yeah, basically this first passive skill is Nightmare, Savage Knockout, and Deadly Sleep in one. And moving on to her second one, which is the Lunar Curse, we see another skill that is based on her awakenings. If you have fully awakened her, there's a 100% chance after each enemy turn that if there is no enemy that is currently sleeping, that enemy or a random enemy is granted the Cursed Sleep status effect. Only burn units should be safe from this if they are currently burning, of course. She also starts with an Endure straight away, whether that is at the start of the battle or coming in from the reinforcements. With the Lunar Whale skill, she can also reapply an Endure status effect. Though there's one thing that I didn't mention about the Lunar Whale thing, I think, and that is very important here actually, and that is that she cannot use that skill when she's burning. So again, similar to the Ashen Garden of Sleeping Beauty, she cannot really use that when she is burning and is in that way a bit inhibited, because then of course she can also not apply a stealth shield which would help her against burn. However, at least she has a few more options left than Sleeping Beauty because of her survivor skill. Anyways, we are not done with the Lunar Curse yet, and we just get deeper and deeper into the kind of sleep lore here. Whenever a sleeping enemy gets a turn, she automatically heals for 50% of max HP, and she will regain the Endure status effect. Additionally to all that, she might not be stun immune, however, she reduces any stun effects against her by 50 time units. So 50 TU stuns, for example, will go down to 0 and not harm her at all. So looking at this in combination, this is an absolutely insane skill set. If we didn't have burn teams running around in Evertale now more than a year ago because of Commander Astrid and Nobunaga, for example, this unit, like Sleeping Beauty, would absolutely rule the meta. She might only have that kind of Endure mechanic to survive, but don't forget the stealth shield, which also means that even poison units might not easily kill her, and her healing capabilities, her kind of auto-endure whenever a sleeping enemy gets the turn, and there will be sleeping enemies on non-burn teams non-stop because of that kind of Lunar Curse passive. Additionally, of course, the Deadly Sleep and so on and so forth. So if you are facing a Kaguya team without having burn units on your team, I think it's fair to say that there will be constantly someone sleeping on your team, and you better be scared of that, because even if you are having a gun that protects your units, Kaguya can hit right beyond that with Moonlight and deal 500% to sleeping damage to sleeping enemies. That's it for now. Thanks to LensJS and Saturn for the visuals used in this video. Stay tuned for a detailed review of Kaguya with an AI analysis on this channel, as well as top level arena footage. So don't forget to like and subscribe to become a true carrot. And as always, thanks for watching.